When it stopped erupting about 4.5 billion years ago, it had an elevation of over 8,000 feet. Nowadays, the highest peak I know is 3,200 feet. So where did that elevation go? Well, 4.5 billion years before any vegetation made it here, because it took between 10 and 100,000 years for each different form of vegetation to make it to the islands. So when being the most secluded place on the face of the earth, when the trade winds are blowing across the ocean and they evaporate all the bad particulates and rain out all the bad particulates, the ocean evaporates, puts water vapor into the air. Eventually it gets to the island and gets pushed up to elevation over 8,000 feet. That's pretty cold. That air condenses, eventually it creates rain. Each raindrop takes off microscopic particles of the cold Shield volcano and blows it downstream or down slope. 4.5 billion years of that, that's why the elevation is so low. Another reason why this is so sheer over here, technically we're on the inside of a caldera. And a caldera is a volcanic crater over a mile across. And I know most of you are probably thinking like, okay, I know what a crater is. It's kind of the middle of something, and I see a ridge line on the right-hand side. If it's a circle, where's the other half? And that's Kaneohe Bay over there. It fell into the ocean about 800,000 years ago. There's debris field 22 miles out to sea. We found the debris field of this caldera collapsing into the ocean. You can imagine how large that tsunami would have been 800,000 years ago. So that's two reasons why it's so sheer over here. Rain and the caldera collapsing into the ocean. Most of our calderas on the east side are weak because of these trade winds in the water. And this is the pandanus I spoke of just recently. Looks like the roots are walking, the trees are walking. Hopefully you learned about the albizia, the trees with the pale trunks with the high canopy. They were introduced to the islands after people came to the islands and harvested all the sandalwood. They asked the monarchy if they could have the sandalwood. They said, "Are you going to pay us?" Like, of course we're going to pay you. We have sandalwood all throughout our islands.